Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. This will go out on Monday, but I decided to get this done today because tomorrow I have a therapy appointment at 11 on the phone. But then we also have an appointment for Soul and Ginny, two of our older cats as well, just to get them a checkup since we are able to take them. We figured we may as well just get them checked out. They are, Ginny is as old as Cassie, the one that we just lost recently. Soul is a year older, about a year older than Cassie. She's her older sister, same mama. Ginny's a different mama. But that's what's going on tomorrow. And I just figured, you know what, let's just have a little coffee chat today, and see where we go with this, because I'm not even sure. But I do have a couple things to show you, which we went, and I don't have the shirt. I think it's in the laundry basket. We went to Santa Fe, me and my mother-in-law, on Friday to pick up some groceries, and we decided to take a trip to Savers and just look around. We saw so many, I mean, they had so many clothes this time that I couldn't get really anything. Things that I really liked, like the long shirts that I can wear with leggings and just comfy. And I don't know, now that I get cold easily, like I would never have worn stuff like this a few years ago. I was always so hot. And now I have my husband making fires and just being in sweatshirts. Like this is probably the most sweatshirts I've ever owned in my life. And like usually when I would wear leggings, I would always buy like the capri kind. I used to wear shorts in the winter, or just like, I'd wear skirts or whatever, the capri leggings, and longer t-shirts, or the dresses with like the shorter sleeves that I have, like just like a quarter, or whatever they are, quarter sleeves, I guess. I don't know. But now I get cold, and I know that has something to do with the weather, age-wise as well, and then just with the thyroid issues. I think they've just kind of gone a little haywire, I guess, over the years. Well, with Hashimoto's is probably where part of that comes from. But anyway, we did get a load of wood, which I'll put some clips in of some of that. Our friend Margie brought over some wood that they had picked up for us from someone that they knew. So me, Margie, and my mother-in-law got to have coffee together and have we had some crackers and cheese and some goodies, and just had a nice conversation, and just hung out well. My husband unloaded the truck of the wood, and so we have it nice and stacked out here. And of course our dogs, well, our dog and my in-law's dog, they love sticks. They'll pick up the biggest pieces of wood if they can too. So a lot of the smaller sticks that we have, we'll find them around the yard throughout this place, because they just love it, and they like to play tug of war with them. And so they break them as small as they can so that their faces are like right next to each other. And I think I may have showed some of that before in clips, but I'll try to find one and put it in somewhere in here, probably at the end of the video, along with a little bit of the wood clip I have, and a few other things. So in a video that is not up yet, still in the editing process, which may be up, I don't know. I may put that up today if I get through it on time. So you might see that before this, but if not, I did take some books over to our free library. I think I took about 12 or 13 altogether. Excuse me, coffee break. And I had gotten a couple of bags ready. I had them ready for a while already. And then in the video, I showed a plastic tub of some books that I've had for a while. Some I haven't read. They were like on the to be read, and they were put away in the tub, and I forgot all about them. So I went through those, and there was some that were just kind of like, I think I'll read them, but maybe I won't. I wasn't sure. So I took a few of those out there. So I filled that on our way back um, from Santa Fe. So we went to Savers, and of course, the first thing, it's like I make a beeline for the books, and then I go to, there's a section in there that has like kind of like journaling in a way, like school supply-ish journaling, stickers, different stuff like that, in one little aisle. And then against the wall they have all these little plastic baggies filled with different craft things, different things for the house, and all kinds of stuff. So those are like the 3 places I go. Yesterday was the first day in a long time that I actually went through the clothes. Normally when I go through the clothes, I go to the dresses only, and I check those out, and I find a lot of really nice dresses. But I've been looking for warmer clothes, and I do need to get more leggings, because I've had mine for a very, very long time, and I just need some new ones already, because some of them are a little bit worn, a little bit holey, all that kind of stuff. So I gotta straighten out my leg. I moved. I have the tripod like right in front of me here, and I have my desk to the side over here today, just to see if that works a little better. Graham's in here, but he's on the other corner where at the foot of the bed where my husband sleeps, so he's comfy over there. So I looked for some leggings, but they didn't have any, like, most of them were, what do you call that material, like the ones you use more for working out, I guess, that material. And I like the cotton ones for the warmth and for, to wear like on a more daily basis, I guess. And I love leggings. I wear them under my skirts. Like if I wear the short skirts, I'll wear the shorter, like the leggings, like the shorts or capri like. If I have long skirts, I wear the long leggings because, like I said, I get cold and I've been having a lot of issues with my knees. Yeah, getting older is a pain sometimes. So I looked, but I didn't find anything that I liked. But I found so many shirts that I wanted, and so they're all on. Hopefully, they're there next month sometime, so I can get a few of them. And then I did get one shirt that I found that was, I think, for $4 or something. And if I can remember, I'll get a photo of it and stick it in here. But it was just a long sleeved gray shirt, and it's really long, kind of like flowy, and it has like a painting like thing of trees. It was like, they look like aspen trees at night, just like the whites of the trees, and it's just really a really nice shirt. So that's what I got. And my mother-in-law found an art box that had the oil pastels, I believe, some colored pencils, a little bit of paint, a little bit of everything. It's this little box that she wants to have with her, so she can take with her if she goes to Monastery Lake or somewhere to paint, that she can just take that with her and not have to carry a bunch of stuff. So that was what I did find that I do have with me right here are these books here. And there, if you buy 4, you get 1 free. So, and I don't know, there's always a sale on the different colored things, so I don't know what I paid for each of these. I know what it says here, but I think some of them were on sale. So the first one I got was Your Heritage of Words, and it's How to Increase Your Vocabulary Instantly by William Morris. He's the editor-in-chief of the American Heritage Dictionary, and it's an older book. It is from 1970. But I thought it was really cool. I love these older books, and I thought, it'd be really interesting to just look through some of these words in here that I can add in to my everyday vocabulary, or, when you write, because I love to write, and just start adding some of this stuff in. And it has different sections in here. The first chapter is The Wonderful World of Words. Names make words. Foreign words and phrases. Words and phrases from the world of business and industry. Words and phrases from the world of art, literature, and music. Words and phrases from the language of world affairs. Colorful stories behind common expressions. your instant vocabulary builder. Test your vocabulary, words to watch for, your very own heritage of words, and word to teachers, and answers to quizzes. So there, I'm guessing there's some quizzes in here then. But it does look like a very interesting book. If any of you have ever read this or used this in the past. Let's see. Corduroy. The rib cotton corduroy of today is a far cry from the original corduroy. I guess it's French, spelled differently. A silk fabric used by French kings for their hunting habits. It's interesting just to read some of these things. So if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, let me know and maybe I can share some stuff from in that book. And then the next one I got, I do have the book that Stacey Eldridge wrote called Captivating. I think with a journal, I'm not sure. But this one is Your Captivating Heart. Discover how God's true love can free a woman's soul. So this one is a hardcover. And it, I don't know if it's like a devotional or just like a book that you can go through, like with, different sections of different, with scripture, and her husband did write the foreword in here. So the chapters are The Heart of a Woman, Damsels in Distress, Beloved Daughter, Who is This Prince, and Between Once Upon a Time and Happily Ever After. So it's a really beautiful book. Whoever had this before, Dog-Eared, chapter 4. Who is this prince? And talking about fairy tales. Looks like a pretty interesting book. So if, I'll read through that and maybe share some of that. Then I found a devotional. Yeah, the sticker is covering the name. This is by Stephen Arterburn and David Stoop. And it is the Life Recovery Workbook for Grief, a Bible-centered approach for taking your life back. And it has 12 steps to recovering from grief on the back. I don't know if you can see that. And then it does have like pages for you to fill out, questions and different things for each section. Let's see. So they do share the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous in here. The 12 steps, an introduction, and then it goes through each step individually. That sticker is stuck to my fingers. There's a scripture index in the back. The scripture that starts with is, I'm bent over and racked with pain. All day long I walk around filled with grief. Psalm 38:6. And then it has step 1, which it kind of shares a story about Sarah, which is dealing with anger and not knowing where it came from. It goes through her story. Step 1 is, we admitted we were powerless over our problems and that our lives had become unmanageable. It's interesting. This looks like a really interesting book. I still am kind of going through, I really need to get to it because it's a library book, the 12 Steps of Codependency, which is basically like the same thing, but it's geared towards codependency. This is geared towards grief. So they look like some wonderful books to go over. And then this next one, I'm just going to take the stickers off because they're covering, some of them are covering the author. Okay, so this is Eat Pretty, Live Well, a guided journal for nourishing beauty inside and out by Jolene Hart. And it's a really pretty book. And it says, Ready, Set, Glow. Start living your most beautiful life today with this journal as your guide. To eat pretty is to choose delicious, healthy foods that help you look and feel your best. Pink sweet potatoes for a glowing complexion, lemons for detox, and almonds for strong hair and nails. To eat pretty is also to live well, optimizing your health and happiness with a balanced, beautifying lifestyle packed with science-based guidance and time-tested wellness wisdom. This journal presents a complete overview of beauty and nutrition in easy, motivating ways to embrace it in your daily life, including an A to Z directory of more than 150 radiance boosting foods, a 40-day food diary for tracking your well-being, fill in charts and lists, prompts for self-reflection, recipe cards, de-stressing techniques, sleep tips, and more. Here is grocery list for goals, for beauty goals. It has each thing has, like for one, first one is aging well head to toe. So the list under that is turmeric, pomegranate, green tea, raw cacao, cinnamon, wild salmon, blueberries, and asparagus. Healthy hair, sardines, oats, pastured eggs, bananas, radishes, and greens. Let's see, what else does it have in here that well hydrated skin, wild salmon, walnuts, flaxseed, hemp seed, avocado, cucumber, and mushroom. Strong bones, greens, wild salmon, almonds, pumpkin seeds, white beans, sardines, and broccoli. I cannot. Fish, just it's gonna be a hard one for me. And then it has an ideal beautifying day, and she gives some overview of that. Whoever had this before underlined, small daily investments in your beauty return to you in the forms of abundant energy, calm focus, and radiant glow. Remember, all day you can find elements of beauty in whatever you're doing. Then it kind of gives an idea of what you should do when you're waking up, the morning, midday, afternoon, evening, and before bed. And it gives beauty, nutrition, self-care, charting a beautiful life. This one is, whoever had this before did fill this part out. I don't know if anything else, not much else seems to be filled out, but it does look like it's in pencil. So here's the beauty profile, what it looks like. Let's see if you can see that. I'll try to take a photo of these if you guys are interested in share them either in the community post or in a later video. So, it asks for your age, your 3 favorite physical traits, 3 favorite personality traits, supplements that you're currently using, and then a scale of what you think needs work, foods you regularly crave, known allergies, how many hours you sleep, how often did you get that many hours of sleep, and then a seasonal beauty food checklist. So it gives you spring, summer, autumn, and winter what you should be eating during that time. So it's really interesting. Like now we're in fall, so acorn squash, apple, broccoli, burdock root, butternut squash, chard, cranberries, daikon radish, delicata squash, figs, grapes, leeks, pears, pumpkin, red cabbage, rose hips, rutabaga, shiitake mushrooms, sweet potato. And so it gives you like lists. This is a really good list, actually. A lot of the stuff on here, I think most of them I like. There's not very much on here that some I have never tried, but I do have some rose hips for rose hip tea. Foods, it has a list for foods in your year-round pantry, herbs and spices, and teas. The teas that they're listed here are chamomile, dandelion root, ginger, green, rooibos, tulsi, and white. Tulsi is also holy basil, I believe. And then you have a section for your beauty goals. I am really having a hard time talking today. Not like it's the first day. I try to thinking too fast, and the words just kind of tumble out. And then half the time I don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm sure you don't either. Food relationship question and answer. What challenges prevent you from eating well on an average day? Whoever had this before wrote in can't afford food. Um, how can you tackle these challenges? Shop weekly menu, like create a menu. So like a lot of the time we want organic food, right? Because it's so much better for us, and we want whole foods, and it's so much cheaper and so much easier to buy all the processed stuff. So I think, that is a hard thing when you can't afford the food that you need. And just in general, I mean, things are so expensive right now. So hopefully that will change soon, I hope. And then it gives you a scale of things that you want to work on. And then just some more questions for food, your food relationship. It gives you a list here where you can write in some recipes, 3 recipes that you'd like to try. It'd be cool just to even copy out this page and just maybe make a little folder like in the back, just add in something to stick them in. Or even just write them on note cards and put them in this book. The Pretty Pantry to-do list. To do, reduce or eliminate beauty betrayers. And the list on that is alcohol, caffeine, my coffee, canned foods with BPA, dairy, fried foods, gluten, grilled and overcooked foods, meats, conventional, pesticide sprayed food, processed food, soda, and sugar. Then she has a to-do, toss this, try that. So like in place of soy sauce, which I've done this one, says to try low sodium, wheat-free tamari, coconut aminos. I've tried coconut aminos and I really do like those because soy sauce would give me migraines. Instead of iodized salt, sea salt, Himalayan pink salt, or kelp flakes. Toss canola oil or vegetable oil and use olive oil, unrefined coconut oil, sesame oil, flax oil. I do extra virgin olive oil and I do coconut oil. I don't know if the one I have, I don't see here because I have one that I use for my skin as well. It is coconut MCT oil. It's the one that's like a liquid form in the aisle with the cooking oils. I use that one for my skin as well as like I put that in sometimes. I remember I put it in my coffee and stuff like that because it's really good for you. To do preserve beauty nutrition, tells you what you can freeze, what you can refrigerate, stock up on staples, seasonal beauty challenges. So it gives you like things that you can do during that season of time. So it would help you with your skin, with your your overall beauty and health. So like now in autumn challenges, this season I will eat meals that combine raw and cooked foods to reflect this transitional time of the year. Choose nutrient-dense, skin-healing autumn vegetables like squash and pumpkin to repair summer damage. Take advantage of the energy and industriousness of the season to experiment with new foods and recipes. Support detox with fresh, fiber-rich foods and plenty of fluids. And then there's a few other things there. Self-love, question and answer. So this is kind of what that looks like. This is going to be a really good book to use. I need to learn. I need to find a way to make something so that I could do like an overview of this stuff because I just have not figured it out. I mean, and part of it is I don't think I have a tripod that will do that. The one I have now, the little spring is broken, so I have to have it up and have like a little hair tie around it to hold the phone in and hold that down. So that won't work if I put it over. It's just my phone will fall out. And then they have a space for words that inspire, so you can just fill that out of things that inspire you. 40 days of eating pretty. So it has a start date and a food diary that you fill out. And that there's 40 days of that, and they all are pretty much all the same. And I think that's the rest of the book is what that has. At the end, there is called a moment to check in. Describe the current state of your skin, hair, nails, energy, weight, mood, resilience to stress. As you reflect on the previous journal entries, identify the following. Then it gives you some things to look back on and see, how all of this went for you. So some of this stuff, I can't see if I can show this to you. So you fill out you check off what season you're in when you do this. So if we're here in autumn, so the season of healing, balancing, and grounding. And then it gives you a place for affirmation, grateful, something you're grateful for, health and beauty goals for the day. Beauty, nutrition, essentials I enjoy today. So it gives you this list of things that it's talked about before. And did you do these? So like warm lemon water, 1 or more servings of greens, probiotics or fermented food, fresh herbs and spices, and so on. Self-care essentials I enjoy today. So it talks like deep breathing, physical activity, connection with family and friends, self-love, stuff like that. And then on the next page is what you write, what you ate for breakfast, what time you ate, and the setting. The same for lunch and dinner. And then after that, it's how I felt after eating. Then other, you write in your snacks, favorite beauty foods I ate today, and then when did you look and feel your best today, and then a space for takeaways from today. So this is going to be great. I think this will be something that I will enjoy using, and I may just probably will write in it this time and then kind of use it as a guide whenever I want to do it again. And recently, just this week, actually, yesterday, I started, I had to go up on, hold on just a minute. Okay, it was about to fall off. I went from a 2.5 of the Monjaro to a 5. They took me off of like the extra, because I was doing some low, that was like the lowest of the Monjaro, and low dose on the diabetic pills that I was taking. So I'm off of that, and she put me onto the 5 because that's kind of where I was supposed to be at eventually, just to see. But with the 2.5, like in that alone, I went from this last test, I think I shared this, from a 6 to a 5.8. So I'm hoping with this 5, I see her again in 6 months. I do have a 3-month appointment with the diabetic counselor, but I'm hoping that this will bring it down a little bit more to be in like the normal range is like a 4. I don't know if it's a 4.0 or 4 point something to a 5.2 or 4 or something like that. So if I can get into that normal range, that would be amazing. So I'm hoping that this does it. I don't have to go up anymore, and I can kind of wean off of this soon, because I don't want to continue taking this forever. I want to be able to change my lifestyle enough that I can control my, my A1C and everything with just diet and, lifestyle changes, exercise, and that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that that'll help me. And so the next book I found is another devotional journal. It's 100 Days of Praise and Positivity by Megan Taylor. And this is what that looks like. I just thought it was such a cute, like, fun cover. And so the back says, "Are you hopeful for some hope? There are times in life when it's easy to be joyful, and there are other times when, well, it's just hard to see the good in anything. Life circumstances come at us fast, and before we even realize it, we start going through our days with an unseen heaviness and weights on our souls and minds." In 100 Days of Praise and Positivity, author and artist Megan Taylor leads you through uplifting devotionals, encouraging Bible verses, fun hand lettering exercises, and more, all to remind you of the one who longs to refresh your spirit and renew your heart and mind. So, let's see. So, like, it has the devotional, and then hand lettering is made up of 3 steps, and it gives you like 3 steps to hand lettering. So you can use the space So this is like the devotional, and here, then here is the space to do the hand lettering or whatever, and then a space to put what you're grateful for. So like the first day's enjoy is here. So you'll see there are just a bunch of different ones. Let's see. Well, this one is going to be interesting. Someone took out, whoever had this before, cut out the day 2 of that section. So I'll have to stick it in paper to do that. So that also means that day 3's devotional is gone. That really stinks. But I mean, what can you do? It is from a thrift store. But it looks like everything else seems like it's fine. It's all in there. So like it just kind of, these are all kind of what it looks like. So that's really just the beginning of the book that's like that, which isn't so bad. So that'll be a fun one to use. And this might be like a 2025 devotional that I use. I'm still kind of looking into planning my 2025 as far as what I'll be reading and going through. And I don't want to put a lot on there. I'm trying to do a slow down and just take time to do the things that I truly want to do, like for purposes of my own healing, for health wise, all of the things, and spiritual health and all of that. And I don't want to bog myself down with too many books to read and too many things, because then I get into some of them and then I jump to the other one and like I just never finish anything. It's just really hard. And that's why it took me so long to get back into the artist way and try to really set that as a goal. And for me, what's helping me go through that right now is that I have videos on here that are to do with that book. So video number 3 will be out Tuesday. And then I think there'll be 1 or 2 more for the next chapter right before it gets into the week 1 of the 12-week course. So I hope that you guys are enjoying those videos. It's been really fun and eye-opening to read this and to just like allow myself to just enjoy creating something. Jeez, I don't know, I'm sleepy. I don't know what's going on. It's probably because it's so nice and toasty in here, and because this is my second cup of coffee, and I'm only about halfway through with it. But it's like yesterday too, I drank a little more coffee than normal because, like I said, my friend came over and we had a great conversation and some coffee. And by the time I finished the coffee that I was having with her, I was sitting there kind of like, okay, I'm gonna need a nap after this, because for some reason it seems like the stronger the coffee is, the faster I'm like, okay, I need a nap. So, and the coffee that my father-in-law's been making is the Colombian, so it's a little darker roast, a little stronger. I like it, but I can only have so much because it really affects me, and like sometimes it'll give me headaches if I'm not careful. But I am switching my coffee soon to, I do have like medium roast for the most part, but I'm gonna get my Keurig set up again. I just have so much stuff around it right now that I haven't really used it that much recently. So as soon as I can get this crafty little area over here kind of taken care of, I just need to find somewhere for some of this stuff. That's my biggest issue. Is I have I know you've seen this kind of in the videos, like there's my water bottles here, ibuprofen, but here's like all of my some pens, highlighters, stuff like that. And these things here are filled with some craft supplies. There are 2 of them here, and there's some journals underneath and some other coloring books, I guess. And then I have, of course, my little VW. And so these are the 2 cars I want. I want one of these and a VW Bug. Like those would be like my all-time favorites to have. But so it's kind of like a little bit of a mess. And the Keurig is up here, over here. And it's because of the stuff around it, I don't want to use it in and ruin some stuff. So I'm just going to get all the things and change things around. And I did work on one section already. And so I will be working. Uh-oh. My mic just fell. Hold on just a minute. Alrighty. It just tumbled. So they have it up on where the tripod is here. There's like this little piece that like it fits just right there. But I moved and everything kind of did this and it just kind of tumbled over. So, but that is, I guess, it for today. Just wanted to share some of the books that I got from the thrift store. And if there's any that you have read before, let me know what you think. Or if there's any you're interested in hearing more about as I go through them, leave that in the comments below as well. I will see you guys in the next one, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you have any prayer requests, any thoughts on this video or any of the books, or any questions that you would like me to answer, you can leave those in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. We'll see you in the next one. God bless you. Bye.